Yes, people, what is good? It's Tapping Tobs here. Welcome back to my channel. Listen, I'm going to keep this one short and snappy. Spurs have drawn 2-2 to Everton at Goodison Park. This is what, our fifth game in the league at Goodison straight where we've drawn. And this is our second game back to back where we've conceded a late goal, right, in injury time today and last season. Last season, the game ended 1-1. Today, the game ended 2-2. And again, both situations, courtesy of our own doing, right? Courtesy of our own doing. Courtesy of us, right? Now, let me be fair. Everton, they deserved something out of this game today on the chances that they created. And to be honest, they should have beaten Spurs at our ground. So I'm not really too mad at the fact that Everton have got a result against Tottenham. What I am mad by is the fact that Spurs had defeat. However, despite that, Spurs had defeat removed from their palms, right? And Spurs had a draw removed from their palms, sorry, and somehow managed to snatch that back and grip onto it, right? We had the 3 points nearly there, and we gift it away yet again. You know what? Let me not even start off with all the negativity. Let me get all the positives out of the way. And the positives I want to mention about Spurs today, yeah? Richarlison, right? 10 in 20 Premier League games this season. That's a 1 in 2 rate exactly. 9 goals in these last 8 appearances, right? Scored a goal with his left foot and his right foot today. The right foot goal, fantastic finish. Even the left foot goal, fantastic finish as well. Big up to you, right? Because you have been doing the business. You've taken a lot of criticism, you've taken a lot of flack from myself, from the fan base, and now he's putting in the work, right? He told us he was struggling with injury problems, the pelvic surgery that he had, etc., etc. And he said, we're going to see a better version of him. And I asked, now you got to walk the walk. It's a lot of talking. He said the same thing in the summer when you weren't in the right frame of mind and we didn't see improvement in performances. Well, we're seeing that improvement in performances. We're seeing better hold up, better goal scoring, better movement, right? Increased work rate. So Richarlison, big up to you because you can hold your head up high today. Against your former club, might I add, you can hold your head up high because you came here and you did the business, right? Those 2 goals were good enough to win Spurs a game of football today and we've not won that game. So I can't blame Richarlison, yeah? I can't blame Richarlison. My next bit of praise goes to Mickey van der Ven. I thought Mickey van der Ven was fantastic today. I thought Romero was good next to him, but I thought Van der Ven was fantastic and he's come back from his injury and he's just slotted back into the form that he showed before his injury, reminding everyone that this is still one of the best signings this season, right? Fantastic performance, good on the ground, good in the air, his recovery pace, bailing Spurs out time and time again, fantastic. And I think that's where the pleasantries end because yet again, it's been a game of 2 halves for Spurs, right? We start off really well. We start off fast. Really good goal. Great work from Destiny, Werner and Højbjerg on that left-hand side. They all combined well and Richarlison tucks it away and you're thinking, great, good start. Spurs have control of this game. And then we just lost all sorts of control from, I would say, minute 15 onwards, right? Everton, a ball in behind, we were getting caught out, right? Physical duels getting caught out, right? Sloppy passing, sloppy usage of the ball in our own half and in the middle third, right? Beyond probably minute 20 or minute 30, we barely managed to get the ball and keep it in Everton's half. It was poor. They were the better side in the first half. Absolutely, right? They were the better side in the first half. And to be honest, them going 2-1 down was a bit harsh. I'm looking at my notes now. Them going 2-1 down was a bit harsh, I'll be real, because our goal came at a time where they were on top. Right? I felt Bentancur was poor with his usage of the ball in the first half. I thought Højbjerg poor with his usage of the ball in the first half. Porro poor with his usage of the ball in the first half. I thought Destiny got caught a couple of times in the first half in our own half. Similar trend to what we saw at the game in our ground, where Everton were catching us out in the first phase and we were inexplicably giving the ball away, gifting them momentum, gifting them opportunities. And then even the goal we conceded, before Richarlison's second goal, let me speak on this. Teams are now, the past 2 games, we've seen teams target Vicario, right? They know at times he can be weak, so they're crowding the box and they're blocking him, right, from punching the ball away. I think it's foul play, and I do think some of these are legitimate grounds for a foul. But broadly, I think he needs to be stronger. He needs to be stronger. We got caught out again today and we conceded a goal because of it. And I think he either needs to be stronger, which he showed he was able to do in some moments in this game, because he did manage to punch some more out. But I also feel as a team, we need to do better at protecting him. If Jack Harrison is going to decide that he's going to sit on Vicario, then we need to try and get someone to try and sit on Jack Harrison. Block him from doing what he wants to do to Vicario, because it's clear to see that teams are now going to try and do this, right? It's clear. And against Man City, we conceded from it. And today against Everton, we conceded from it. We could not deal with their set pieces. We could not deal with the physicality in the box. We could not deal with it. And we need to be better at it. Yeah. Second half, much better performance. Maddison got into the game after a sluggish, poor first half, even though we were winning, right? First half wasn't good. But second half, much better performance from Spurs. Maddison was pulling the strings. Bentancur started getting his foot on the ball, started playing some passes. We were finally able to try and get the ball into our wide men, because Werner and Johnson, they barely had a sniff of the ball from probably minute 20 onwards. They barely had a sniff of the ball, and we were finally able to start working the ball out wide. Yeah? Actually started to play football to a certain extent, keep the ball, and really and truly, we should have pressed ahead and gone on and added another goal, because we were keeping the ball enough and creating dangerous situations enough to at least try and go on and get the third. But at no point in the game, even when we had control, did I feel like we were stopping Everton from scoring or creating chances, right? We were still giving away sloppy fouls. We were still giving away corners. We were still giving them ample opportunities to lump the ball into the box, because that was clear. That was what they wanted to do today. That was going to be their best chance of getting goals. And lo and behold, it was both their goals that came as a result of set pieces, indirect dead ball situations, right? It's not good enough. We need to do better at this. We do. We do. When the opportunity is there to kill the game off, kill the game off. You know the Prem. You know the Prem is ruthless. You know that even though you're winning, they've been able to manufacture chances. They have. Vicario had to make a big save in the first half, right? Dobbin later in the game, I know he looked slightly offside, and I think he was offside. But again, situation there that could have potentially led to a goal. Have to do better. And then even in the second half as well, Ange, sorry, I have to look at the substitutions, man. I got no qualms with Kulusevski coming on for Johnson. That's the sub I would have made. I got no qualms with Sarr coming on the pitch, because I felt Sarr needed to come on the pitch just to reinforce our control and help us try and get the third. But the sub I would have made is for Højbjerg, because when our midfield upped the levels in the second half and we're actually keeping the ball better and working the ball into Everton's final third, Højbjerg was the midfielder that kept giving away the ball. He should have been the first midfielder to come off, and he wasn't. He took off Bentancur, and you took off Bentancur, and then you put Sarr in the 8 and Højbjerg in the 6. That shouldn't have been the sub to make. It should have been Bentancur in the 6 and Sarr in the 8, right? But fine, you've not made that sub. The game's still 2-1, still managing the game well, calm, right? The next wave of substitutions was confusing to me. Right? If you're bringing on Skip to try and shore things up, the only sub to make is Højbjerg. There's absolutely no business for Maddison to not finish a full 90 in this game. We needed Maddison on the pitch to keep the ball, and when Everton were pushing onto us, we needed a midfielder who's going to find that pass into one of our outlets, one of our attacking outlets. But we take off Maddison. It just didn't make sense. I felt like after the Kulusevski and Sarr substitution, the following subs we made, it was like subs that were basically inviting more pressure onto Tottenham. So I do think, and I say this not to criticise Ange's substitutions consistently, because I do believe that Ange has won Spurs way more games than he's lost us with these subs. We saw it against Man City, it got us a point. We saw it literally just against Brentford the other day, it got us 3 points, right? Bournemouth, it consolidated our lead. Like, there's been so many matches I can point to where Ange's substitutions have really changed the game in our favour. Even Crystal Palace, Emerson Royal for Davies, right? But today is one of the days where the substitutions have worked against him, because they have made Spurs retreat and they've invited more pressure onto our goal. Not good enough. Bringing on Skip, bringing on Dragusin, only playing with a two-man midfield, knowing that we struggled in the midfield in the first half, having gone through all that work to regain control of the midfield in the second half, we then decrease the number of players in the midfield, right? We bring on 3 centre-backs and we're then retreating. We're not even pressing high anymore. We're then retreating. And basically saying, come on, Everton, throw everything you got at us. We're going to stay strong. We're going to be resilient. No, Spurs are stronger with the ball than without it. Like, I completely understand the logic behind Dragusin coming on to deal with the aerial bombardment. But ultimately, we are going to be stronger with this ball than without it. And with the ball, when we were able to control the ball in the second half, you saw a completely different performance to the first half where we weren't able to control the ball. When you control the ball, you control the game and you control the opposition, right? And we did more of that in the second half when we were able to keep the ball better than we did in the first half. So I don't think the substitutions that Ange Postecoglou made after Sarr and Kulusevski were good. I don't, right? I know Werner wasn't good, but I don't really know what Brian Hill's coming on the pitch to do. Don't really get that. But anyway, I'm not all going to put it down. I'm not going to put it just down to the subs, because subs are one thing. As players and paid professionals, you still have a job to do, right? Irrespective of what changes the manager has made, you still have a job to do. It is injury time. Injury time means stop giving away the ball. No cheap fouls. No unnecessary invites of pressure. And we did all 3 of these things. Kulusevski, yet again, you come on. One of my biggest gripes with Kulusevski, even when he's played well this season, is Kulusevski has a tendency to gift the opposition these dumb, stupid fouls. Why would you gift the opposition a foul when you know the threat that they've carried from set pieces? Why would you do that at such a key moment of the game? The game is nearly done. We brought you on the pitch because you're good at retaining the ball, yet outside of a good pass to Richarlison to set up a shot that he had in the second half, all Kulusevski did was give away the ball. All he did was give away the ball. Let me even go to his pass accuracy. Man. Because this has actually pissed me off, man. Really, really poor that we let this slip. If I go to Kulusevski's pass accuracy, when he came on the pitch, sorry, I need to find it for Spurs. I'm looking at it now, Kulusevski stats. 8 out of 12 accurate passes. That's a 67% pass accuracy. Just losing the ball, bro. The guy was on the pitch for 26 minutes and he lost the ball 7 times. That's not good. I know that he's in a mini slump and I spoke about it in my last video, but bro, these are basic things. Whether you're playing good, whether you're playing bad, whether you're playing meaty, don't give the opposition cheap fouls. Don't give them that, because they're going to eat off that. And lo and behold, they ate. Like, I do think Romero should do better with the header. But ultimately, we should not be putting ourselves in a situation where we're inviting so much pressure from a team who we have struggled against aerially. It's not good enough. And now we've dropped 2 points. You see how tense this race is for top 4. We can't really be dropping points like this. That should have been 3 points. 3 points that we probably wouldn't have deserved. I'll be real. We wouldn't have deserved the 3 points, but from the position that we were in, we should really go on to see out that game. Either by scoring another goal to make it 3-1 or seeing out the lead, keeping the ball and riding the wave. We did neither. We dropped points and Everton fairly got the equaliser. They deserve to get the equaliser. And on the balance of both games, Spurs are fortunate to have got 4 out of 6 points against Everton. We should have lost at their ground. And today, okay, cool. They scored an injury time equaliser. But on another day, they might have won today. They might have got 3 points today. They created enough, courtesy of their doing and our doing, to have got 3 points today. So, yeah, man. Not really too mad at the fact that Everton have taken something away from the game, because I think that they at least deserve that. But I'm very mad at how Spurs have done a lot of dumb things that have led to Everton deservedly getting what they want. You don't always get what you deserve in this league. And that was an opportunity to ride our luck and take the 3 points and run. And we didn't do that. So it's poor, man. It's poor. But anyway, people, let me know your thoughts